There's a stigma with Minneapolis. And then you think of North High School and what happened in the past with the school almost real close to being shut down.
The first year here, all of the kids, there were 68 kids, they had school in one hallway, in a school that was built for, 1,700 kids.
They were getting ready to close the school. So the football program basically folded. Enrollment was down due to open enrollment.
He comes to the school, has a turnaround, has successful seasons. Minneapolis hasn't lost a game in inner city for X amount of years. So now you have to go back to ask the why of things. Obviously, the man came in and changed the whole culture, even in the school, in the community. He's always smiling. Everybody knows OA in the community.
So we call him OA, and OA started with Officer Adams. It was short for Officer Adams. So when he came back here to North High, not as a student, he came as an MPD officer. He also stepped in as our head football coach and took us from a very, very losing season reality to a very, very winning season reality.
All the way in for a Polar's touchdown.
Man, it's the worst thing I've ever had to endure. I was caught in the middle. F the police, racist, how could you work for them, and you should be ashamed of yourself. Black and blue. I'm black, but I wear blue. And it's, well, yeah, what side are you on now?
I'm in my comfortable office trying to organize community response, and my son's out there being shot at, trying to protect the firefighters, and so that really got me.
But he really came around the kids and he's like, look, I know there's a lot going on. I know you have a lot of feelings. They've had time to process, to talk. What do you need to talk to? What can we do to help you get through this?
Communities always want to make you feel better, right? No matter what's going on. And he would go to a call and they would see him and they're like, hey, coach, what's up? It wasn't officer, it was coach.
I think what motivates him is that he was one of those kids, right? And so he's witnessed all of those kind of things. And so who is in a better position in terms of sharing with kids? One, you can be me. I walk the hallways. I put on the same jersey. I know what goes on when you leave me outside of here. But I also know that if you listen to people, right, and use the supports that you have, I know what you can be because I've become that.
He's like another father figure. Like, he shows that he cares. He doesn't just coach you as a football player, just as a person too.
He's been a big impact on my life, getting me to college, helping me where I need to go. He's like another father figure in my life. I think he's impacted everybody in the school, especially on the football team.
He's one of us, so that right there just speaks volumes, is that, someone who was, born and raised, grew up on the north side, graduated from North High School, decided to come back and, be the community officer within the school, but not just as an officer and someone here as, in a position of authority, but also just having a loving, caring spirit and caring about the student as a whole and not just, what they're doing on the field.
OA has had a big impact on my life as a coach. You can always go to him with anything. He's always there for you. There's nothing I feel like I can't talk about with him, and that's like really important for student athletes like us to have.
And so when you've got somebody like OA, he knows the kids, right? He knows what's going on out in the streets. And so that gives you a totally different perspective. And when you're talking about saving lives, that's exactly what he's able to do.
I will rise up, I will not fall, I will stand up, I will not fall, I will stay strong, I'm never giving up faith, I will go all the way.
The fact that their coach looks like majority of them, and it's pushing them to look beyond the sport, right? To be great in the community, but at least higher education. And I've seen we've had a lot of kids who are going to college, and words can't really describe that, with that feeling of joy for them and their future.
This will be the day.
It's not coaching. I'll be the first one to tell you that I don't know nothing, as much as anybody else does when it comes to coaching. It's about the relationships and the mentorship and seeing the best out of every kid. But, what we don't talk about a lot as adults is how important it is for those relationships for us as well. So I tell the kids that I need you just as much as you need me. You make me healthy as well, and you motivate me. So that's why I do it, because it goes both ways.